Ruby Bridges for Change by Deborah Adams. Looking back. Little girls with dreams become women with vision. Ruby Bridges was born on September 8, 1954, in Tylertown, Mississippi. Her family moved to New Orleans, Louisiana, when she was just 4 years old. Moving forward. Education is the most powerful weapon that you can use to change the world. Nelson Mandela. In 1960, when Ruby was 6 years old, her parents got a message from the NAACP asking for permission to place Ruby in the integration of the New Orleans school system. Her father was reluctant at first. Her mother believed that Ruby should take this step forward for all African American children. She thought that this was a great thing for Ruby to do. Eventually, her father agreed and Ruby got placed into the program. She was put into the William Frantz Elementary School. You must never be fearful about what you are doing when it is right. Rosa Parks. Driving up, I could see the crowd, but living in New Orleans, I actually thought it was Mardi Gras, said Ruby. There was a large crowd of people outside of the school. They were throwing things and shouting, and that sort of thing goes on in New Orleans at Mardi Gras. When Ruby walked into the school, she clung on to her mother while being escorted by 4 federal marshals. Screaming, shouting, and throwing, the parents of the children who went to the school and the people of the neighborhood were trying to do everything they could to get them to leave. They didn't succeed in this, however. Former U.S. Deputy Marshal Charles Burke said, "She showed a lot of courage. She never cried. She didn't whimper. She just marched along like a little soldier, and we're all very, very proud of her for it." I'm no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I'm changing the things I cannot accept. Angela Davis. When Ruby started the William Frantz Elementary School, all of the teachers there simply refused to teach an African American child, except for one teacher, Barbara Henry from Boston, Massachusetts. Barbara didn't believe in segregation. She believed that everyone was equal and that no one should discriminate based on skin color. No other children were in her class, but she was fine with just Ruby if it meant her getting an education. The parents of the white kids in the school didn't want their children going to school with a black child, so they stopped bringing their kids to school. But after several days, they wanted their kids to go back to school. Ruby went through a lot during this time, but in the end, it was all worth it. Because of her, now children of all colors can go to school equally. I am where I am because of the bridges that I crossed. Sojourner Truth was a bridge. Harriet Tubman was a bridge. Ida B. Wells was a bridge. Madam C.J. Walker was a bridge. Fannie Lou Hamer was a bridge. Oprah Winfrey. Being the change I want to see. Ruby Bridges has made a great change. Because of her, I can get an education, and I am very grateful for that. She did something that a lot of people thought wasn't possible. She went to school with white children and got an education. Ruby has inspired me to make a change in the world. Whether I become a doctor, a filmmaker, or an engineer, I will do my best to continue what they started. Change will not come if we wait for some other person and some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the changes we see. President Barack Obama. Because of them, I can. The end. Credits. Written and illustrated by Deborah Adams. Music. Amazing Grace. Just a Closer Walk with Thee. What a Friend We Have in Jesus.